Law of attraction not working so well for you? Do these couple of suggestions here and now in this video. Hey, Scott Houck here with the Manifestation Accelerator and our Certified Manifestation Coach certification program, where manifestations and results are made easy. Today's video, we're going to be going through a couple of challenges most people face in Law of Attraction. It's going to be a very valuable video for you. It'd be great if you had some notes in front of you as well, because then you can take some notes and reflect back on some of these common blocks and challenges, making sure that you are evolving from them. So a lot of people will have this weird thing around the Law of Attraction. And it's not a judgment of any sort. It's, Law of Attraction stuff is all in the invisible. So it can be really hard to believe sometimes, and it can be really hard to understand why things are coming into your life or why they aren't coming into your life, right? It's not so easy as like, you're building a house and one of the walls falls down, and then you're like, I don't get why it's falling down, right? Well, you might get a contractor, you might learn a little bit more. You might realize, oh, you used the wrong nails, right? The nails are too thin and for the weight of the wall, and the force of the wall toppled over, right? So you might use a different nail or a different screw or whatever it is, right? Different materials. It's a little easier to see why something would work or not work in the physical plane sometimes. Not always, okay? You might need an electrician to figure out why your outlet's not working, right? Because that's a little different as well. So not everything is easy on the physical plane, but can be a little bit easier, right? Because you can see it, you can hear it, you can understand it. On the invisible side, where we manifest things, it can be a little hard to figure out, well, I put out the right thoughts, I thought, I've been thinking positive, I've been grateful, where the heck are my results? Why isn't this working for me? And it'll feel like the Law of Attraction doesn't work for me. But that's really not an accurate statement for anybody ever, okay? All the 8 billion or so people that we have on planet Earth, about estimated, we all have Law of Attraction working for us all the time. It's like if somebody was mentioning, Law of Gravity didn't work for me today, I just started floating and I just couldn't figure out how to get back to land, right? That's never gonna happen. So the physical laws of the world, the mental laws, the spiritual laws, all of them are always congruent, and you're always going to experience in accordance with their rules, their laws, okay? So it's not that it's working or not working, it's are you working it in the proper way? So let's discover a couple of things together that could be some of the challenges coming up for you. Number one challenge for most people is their chronic thought patterns are producing an absence feeling. So it sounds complex, let me simplify it, okay? So they desire to have a certain amount of money come in, desire to have a certain thing come into their life, right? But then as soon as they visualize it, they intend it, they do their affirmations around it, the other majority part of their day, the time and their energy they spend, is unconsciously feeling like it's not here yet, right? They're in panic mode, they're in anxiety of like, where is it, where is it, where is it? Okay, so usually thought patterns, you might have heard me say this before in my other videos, but how's it gonna come, where's it gonna come from, and when is it gonna come into my life, okay? So, when we actually intend to manifest something into our lives, our mind, if it doesn't stay in that feeling, it doesn't stay in something more aligned with that desire, it's going to go to a paradigm, our programmed way of thinking. And that's usually, where's it going to come from, right? I can't see it, so I don't know. And that's most people, we grow up that way in our society, that physical should be the crown, the trophy, and the invisible is ridiculous. It's woo-woo, it doesn't exist, right? And it's very far from the truth. So when we're getting into this idea, we want to understand, am I in chronic, how's it going to come, where's it going to come, when's it going to come? If you have those thought patterns, it's producing or inducing a feeling that it's not here. And the feeling is how we manifest. That's the vibration. That's what we're actually activating into our lives. So if I'm wanting this consciously, money, car, whatever it is, but unconsciously I'm feeling that it's not here, then we're going to actually attract more circumstances producing results that say it's not here. Okay, so then you'll find another result doesn't come, another result doesn't come, because we're in chronic, it's not here, it's not here. Okay. Second thing here that will really detract from the laws working for you, incongruence or not, is the understanding of if I am not actually following my intuitive impulses to take action. So people have this interesting thing, and I did for a very long time as well, that it's like, is action even required when using the law of attraction, when using these laws and everything else, right? Well, that's also really not a proper question either, because we want to understand we're a vehicle for good. We're a vehicle for service. And the universe is trying to self-express itself to and through us. We got a much higher purpose that we're born with coming into this physical plane. So you can't help but want to serve the world. You can't help but have a certain gift set, or an actual gift, talent, skill, whatever it is that you want to bring to the world. Maybe you want to teach others, maybe you want to coach others, maybe you want to do this, maybe you want to do this, whatever it is, right? You feel a calling to do something. That's the action that you're going to be doing, okay? So it's not just action of, like somebody saying, I got to reach out to a certain amount of people in order to get this result only, right? Because it's also mental, it's also energetic. So what we want to understand, though, is action is a very real part of the process. If I feel very good about serving, opening a business, scaling my business by producing a different product, a different solution for my customers, whatever it is, we have to follow those impulses even if they're uncomfortable, okay? Because that's the channel through which you receive your supply. So another example would be if you want to win the lottery, right? And you felt called to go to a local gas station to buy a certain lottery ticket, or wherever you buy your lottery tickets, right? If you feel the calling, though, it's not that you need to go to the gas station to win the lottery, because somebody can give you a lotto ticket, somebody can do something, there's many different ways, an infinite amount of ways that you can win. But the idea here is, if I feel the impulse and I don't accept the calling, I'm closing the channel, right? So the universe is finding the path of least resistance, and part of that is actually you following through on your intuition, following through on your service, following through on the goodness within you, okay? So it should be fun, but at the same time, all the action you do is not going to be sunshine and rainbows, right? There's sometimes things you're doing in business that come with a lot of challenge. And challenge is equal an opportunity for growth, spiritual growth, mental growth, physical growth, okay? So challenge is not bad. So it's not that when you do this action, it's going to be so easy every single time. You might have to get uncomfortable. You might have to do something that's really hard, something that's painful at the start to get to the other side. Not always the case. Some things are easy. It's a range. It matters where you're at. It matters what action is. It matters where your beliefs are, all the different elements of things here, okay? So it's not so cut and paste with it's going to be easy or hard or anything. It's going to be a range of those things throughout your entire life, right? So very, very important. So those were a couple of things on why the law of attraction might not be working properly for you or not. There's about 10, 20 other ways that we're going to be discussing on this channel as well. But these are the two main ways that if you can change those, you're going to do really well. So for that first one on thinking and feeling in the absence, just feel into the present feeling. How do you do that? Instead of thinking about how, where, and when, start thinking about what and why. Okay, what do you want and why do you want it? Tap into a feeling. Well, you not only want the money to gain freedom and go on a vacation, you also want the money because it's going to feel relieving to have access money, abundance of money in your bank account, right? So you're also after the feelings. That's why you focus on the why, right? For the second part of really aligning with yourself and aligning with this universe, okay, is really understanding, getting into the feeling of what you want on a daily basis, and then taking the action. Okay, so you can close your eyes and just for 20, 30 seconds, see if there's any intuitive feelings, intuitive actions to take, and then you take 1 to 2 of those actions in a day, okay? I'm telling you, these two things, if you just focus on these two things, you don't need a laundry list of 1,000 things to work on right now. You need 1 or 2 solid things to work on for a couple of weeks, work on those things, see the changes, then upgrade another thing, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope these techniques, tips, and ideas were very helpful. If something like this is helpful for you, okay, in the comments below, let me know in all capital letters, this is helpful, okay? And I'll do more videos on this, more challenges that come up with the laws and working around them. Like I said, we can make about 6-7 videos easy on this, just this one topic, to make sure that you have all of your challenges clear, and then you're also dissolving those as well, okay? So again, in the comments below, make sure that you let me know if these videos are helpful. I'll make more of those. Also throw a like on the video and subscribe to the channel as well, so you get notified when we send out other like videos like this, or manifestation how-tos. We got meditations. We're starting to put more business stuff out there as well, and attracting in clients, attracting in sales. So this is your go-to for all good manifestation and techniques and methods and everything else, all right? Try out these 2 exercises. Make sure you've really taken into consideration those 2 challenges, okay? work on those, do the new set of exercises that we just did there, okay, and it'll start to show and produce greater results. I'll see you in the next video.